over wherever you are, all our brothers and sisters in different countries, different time zones, different continents, different conditions. We hope you are taking care of yourself, your family, your friends, your neighbors, your community, and all the people, those are directly or indirectly in touch with you. Please take care of yourself, take care of everybody, whosoever is near and dear, and whosoever is available, visible in your community. I would request all of you, please take care of yourself. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we extend a very warm welcome in the morning zone, in the afternoon zone, and in the evening zone. And that's why we always say green morning, green afternoon, green evening, because the greenery has taken care of, environment has taken care of, people, most of the places were locked in their respective residences, and nature was rejuvenating and reviving and taking care of itself. Today, it's a privilege when people are joining us from Canada, United States, Latin America, Central Asia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan. At the same time, people also join us from South Asia. Those who are joining us, we extend a very hearty welcome from Afghanistan, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Maldives, and very good population and the fastest growing economy, 10 beautiful countries in the ASEAN region, right from Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei, all the 10 countries, 650 million population, we extend a very warm welcome. And then the Middle East down, we have got the people joining from Saudi Arabia, Doha, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman. People also come from Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, and then going a little further on the other side, people are joining us from Port Louis, from Mauritius, and those are joining us from Seychelles. Those are joining from African continent, from the different countries. We extend you a very hearty welcome. And let me go now all the way to South Korea and Taiwan, and of course, five, six important cities. A lot of monks, they also join us, people from Japan, from Sapporo, Hokkaido, Kobe, Kyoto, Fukuoka, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Yokohama, Tokyo. And the other day, the lady asked a question from Kyoto, almost at 11 o'clock night time when the program was about to get over. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 251 webinar during this pandemic, which is totally focused on, because there are two streams which are doing great job. One is the doctors, nurses, and paramedical. Those are in health and wellness. And second is our education ecosystem, our teachers, our counselors, our educators, our technocrats, and people, those are in schools, colleges, polytechnics, ITI, institutions, engineering, management, and whatsoever discipline, art, commerce, science. Of course, now the compartments will not be there. Everything is going to be amalgamated in the new education policy. But whosoever is directly or indirectly associated with education, we are grateful to all of you for you're also warriors and you're also great people. We salute you, we respect you, and you're doing you're doing a great job. So, and we should be thankful to our younger generation also. Our children, they are giving lots of cooperation, different age group children. And sometimes we laugh. Parents must be understanding now how teachers must be taking care of these kids in schools, colleges, universities, institutions. Because taking care of your children, then you understand what exactly it is. So, all of us together in this ecosystem, let's move ahead. Today, we have got a very important deliberations, discussions, presentation. We are going to have Madam Ruchi Mathur, who is the source and the resource person this evening, and a distinguished guest speaker. Madam Ruchi Mathur is the CEO of the Pune City Connect, and she is going to talk to us on a pioneering model for social transformation. Before I hand over you to her, let me flip through some slides, because in the different countries, people, those are joining for the first time, you understand what exactly this program is. And meanwhile, I also extend a very warm welcome to 5 to 6 girls who join every day under Women Empowerment. And I would request all of you kindly open your YouTube channel, and over there log in for Dr. Gulshan Sharma and see this program live coming over there and post your comments also over there. How are you enjoying the program once we start the program and once we flip through the slides and once we go through Madam Ruchi Mathur's presentation as well? I would request each one of you, if you post your comments, then you get a certificate from International Chamber for Service Industry. You have not to go anywhere, no Zoom login ID, nothing. Just go on the YouTube and just over there, open Dr. Gulshan Sharma's page and just see the channel and we are together. Ladies and gentlemen, our chamber, International Chamber for Service Industry, since 1994 is in the service of humanity. And we are the one, we are proud to share with all of you that before in 2003, when we were the stakeholder to get Bharatiya Parvasi Divas to India in 2003 through then the Honorable Prime Minister of India, late Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Before that, there used to be a confluence of non-resident Indian from the world over from 1994 onwards. And they used to come in the holidays somewhere between 15th of December to 15th of January. And we used to get together, deliberation, celebration, congratulation, eating, meeting, greeting, whatever you want to talk about. All the deliberations were taking place during pandemic. Now, right from 25th of March, we are focusing our entire energy on how to keep education relevant, how to make education relevant, how to remove digital divide, how to reach out those children who do not have an access through the internet, how they can be facilitated. So a couple of things we are doing into that. We are grateful to Tata Consultancy Services and our deepest and heartiest grateful gratitude and thanks to starting with Mr. Dinanath Kholkarji, the Vice President and the Global Head of Analytics and Insight of Tata Consultancy Services, who did a great job on 30th of September. And we made a request to him and he basically lined up the source and the resource and the light and the gorgeous torch for this particular program. Last week, we had 4 eminent distinguished guests, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And this week, we have got 4 distinguished guests. And today, that's why we have got Madam Mathur with us. So ladies and gentlemen, all of us together, when we move in this particular journey, while thanking Mr. Dinanath Kholkar, I would say the journal always takes a front seat, but the brigadier also plays a very important role. So Mr. Jagdish Chaudhary, under the command with Mr. Dinanath Kholkarji, head of the Special Initiative Analytics and Insight, has also done quite a very innovative and a pragmatic, packaging for the whole thing so that the entire deliberation becomes very meaningful. And day before yesterday, when we got Mr. Amya Vanjari, it was great to listen to him on the skills, on the education empowerment, and what all is to be done for teachers. I'm looking forward to, there's a lot our chamber, because we are focusing on education, we are focusing on skills, we are focusing on teachers empowerment in a Silicon Valley, greatest pedagogy is coming from there, because some of our eminent members are giving us lots of valuable inputs from there in terms of software and in terms of various programs which can come through. We are grateful to these 5 dignitaries. Those came through Tata Consultancy Services and they were with us. We are sending our salutations and great regards to all of them. They did a wonderful job and beautiful deliberations with all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we all understand during lockdown, the thought processes are affected, our business is affected, physical and mental health is affected, and the main part of the universe is our education is deeply affected. Can you imagine that 1.86 billion children are at present away from schools and colleges world over? And imagine how many children are going to be drop out because of various reasons post-pandemic when it gets over. And India believes always in Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. That means the whole world is one family. Your difficulties are our difficulty. Your problems are our problems. Just 3 days back, the Honorable Prime Minister of India came on the television And for good about 10, 12 minutes, he gave something very serious inputs that we should not become casual. We should take it seriously. The problem has still not got over. And I was just going through some of the statistics last night. If we do not take precautions, then the November last week, India will hit very, very serious pandemic once again. But if we take precautions, if we take within the limits whatsoever has been conveyed to us, then by month of February or so, the things are going to totally vanish from our country. That's what I saw yesterday in the statistics. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, heartiest congratulations to Honorable Prime Minister of India, Education Minister of India, and all the stakeholders those are in education system. Imagine sometime I think from the age of 72, how can I reverse my age and I become 27 years old? Because it is so beautiful, this new education policy which is coming through. Now, right from the sixth class onward, the children will be having coding, they will be having vocational, they'll be having skills, they'll be going to corporate houses. And Asha Bhosleji giving a telephone call to the government and saying, I'm so happy. Now the science student can take a music and the commerce student can take fashion designing. Imagine what all changes are coming up. No arts, no commerce, no science. Everybody all together and we got to move on. Beautiful. During this pandemic, one more thing has come to our notice because almost from 152 countries, the inputs which we got, it is quite surprising and it's quite serious, which we got to consider all of us together, ladies and gentlemen. That is that water crisis is going to be very serious in the coming times. If we do not take care of the water, there's going to be so much of acute shortage of the water world over. We will have so many problems and so many difficulties we just can't imagine. So thereby, I would request when the children are at home, kindly save every drop of water. Discuss with your parents also. When you get to schools, colleges, institutions, save every drop of water. When the shopping malls, cinema halls, public places, they get opened up, save every drop of water. People, those have started going to the offices or when the factories and all get opened up, save every drop of water. Now coming further, excuse me, our chamber very seriously takes it that women empowerment is very, very important for all of us. If we do not focus on women empowerment, ladies and gentlemen, the world will be dooming and glooming. Because the reason being, when you educate a male member, you educate individual. But when you educate a female child, then you are educating so many subsequent generations. And my son always tells me, Dad, you devote more time for your daughter than for me. You are more considerate to her than to me. How to explain to him that, look, she has to go to other family. She got to be managing so many other generations in the coming times. She is going to be wife, she is going to be mother, she is going to be grandmother, she is going to have lots of relatives all around. I think we got to do hand holding and we should be very, very considerate to our girl child. They are very special. They are very, very special and we have to take care of them the best possible way. And I would request every father, every brother, and every husband, let's take care of the women folk. They are wonderful on this planet. This universe is because of them. This universe is because of them. Our chamber from morning 9 o'clock till evening 9 o'clock, almost 12 hours every day, we are in your service. Wherever you are, should you need any kind of a support from our side, whether you are a teacher or you are a student, get across to us. We have set up our global finishing school. It's a beautiful kind of a school, and that is from 1994. Your etiquettes, manners, gesture, body language, personality, English communication skills, interpersonal skills, cognitive skills, your critical thinking, analytical thinking, logical thinking, customer delight, amazing the customer, pleasing the customer, sales, marketing, digital marketing. No money to be paid by anybody. Our entire services are free of cost. No money to be taken from any child. And don't go for only living skills, go for life skills. That is more important, which we have to take. This is the finishing school, which our chamber basically, and nowadays it's a digital. Anybody who is interested, we would be more than happy to support you and help you. Ladies and gentlemen, sector skill councils are very important. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. With your education, you got to be developing some skills. You got to be taking care of your skills. Whatsoever you are passionate about, whatever you enjoy doing, please develop some skills because it's very important. And something very interesting I'm sharing. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, then is Saturday, and then is Sunday. Just 3 days away. Monday onward, with the Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council, we are starting a journey for 1 month. Every evening at 5 p.m., ladies and gentlemen, you would be enjoying radio, television, theater, music, films, anchoring, acting, backdrop, spot, light, sound, camera, tuck on. And there goes the music and there goes the film. We are going to get the best of the resource persons. And there's a very dynamic CEO of the Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council, Mr. Mohit Soni, and under Subhash Ghai, the great film director, producer, writer. We are working out this particular uh, sector skill council, which is coming in a very big way. I would request all of you, please take care of it. Media Entertainment Skill Council. Then comes, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday. Saturday evening is beautiful. And when you talk about Saturday, we take you all the way to Swami Vivekanand. Remember, 11th September 1893, 127 years back in the civilization and humanity, the gentleman with this turban, with these clothes, when he started speaking, because when you open your mouth, you tell the whole world who you are. First impression is not the last impression, it's a wrong English. First impression is the lasting impression. It can never be erased, it always remains. And when he started over there, sisters and brothers of the universe, and everybody rose on their seats. What a man! What basically he must have mesmerized, and what because people say that when he started today also, when I hear the original speech, it's so interesting. Whenever you get time on the YouTube, go through Chicago speech of Swami Vivekanand. You will come to know what exactly we got to be proud of it. And I think it should go with every child, every human being, every person in India. If you want to see India becoming Vishwaguru once again, it's very important. Arise, awake, stop not till your mission, till your goal, till your passion that is reached. It's very important for all of us. And after the hard work, every Saturday evening, we have got Ayurveda for the global wellness. That is Saturday, 6:30 to 7:30, ladies and gentlemen. We bring yoga, meditation, naturopathy, nutrition, organic, how to think positive, how not to have stress, how to remain young, how to look smart, how to talk smart, how to walk smart. What are the medicines available in our kitchen itself? And that all is Ayurveda, which you have to take. What you eat is very important. What goes down the tongue, the taste gets over, and thereafter you understand what exactly it is. So thereby, don't go for the taste. Try and go for good health. That is something very important. Then comes Sunday morning. We talk about Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We talk about India's Upanishad. Nothing religious. It's all what is being quoted in IIM-Ahmedabad, what is being taught in Harvard, Stanford, Wharton. What are they taking from basically Srimad Bhagavad Gita and India's Upanishad? That is coming all the way. If you know Hollywood, if you know Universal Studio, open the gate of Universal Studio and you have got Professor Satinder Dhiman from the Woodbury University. He comes live every Sunday morning, 9:30. And that is beautiful. When you listen to him, then you would realize, oh my God, what is the purpose of education? Why I'm learning a particular skill? Why I've taken a particular subject? Why I've come to this particular world? What can I do? What am I doing? There are two important days in my life. One, the day I'm born, and second, I come to know why I am born. What am I doing? And then Sunday evening at 3 p.m., ladies and gentlemen, we take you to all the way to ASEAN, 650 million population. Our chamber is working in the direction to have some exchange program of the students with the different ASEAN countries, education, skills, tourism, research, innovation, wellness, and micro, small, and medium enterprise. And we talk about Ashtalakshmi of India, that is eight beautiful states of northeast part of India, right from Tripura, Manipur, Meghalaya, Assam, Nagaland, Sikkim, Manipur, this our Mizoram, then Arunachal Pradesh. All the beautiful states, eight states when I talk about, they are so beautiful. And then comes last program on Sunday evening, that is at 5 p.m., micro, small, and the medium enterprise. That's what we talk, because if you want to have a startup, you want to start your own business, then that is what we talk with each other. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the complete canvas for the whole week, but the strategy is making education relevant, and it's a global confluence. And you would be so happy to know today, after this program, once we get this program over, today at 7:30 p.m., there is a special program coming for you. Just come on the YouTube channel and you can enjoy. And that is going to be how to start your own business, how to become startup, where from to get the money, where from to get the skill, how the government of India is helping. How can I, as a lady, as a girl child, start my own business? As a male member, what can I do? If I'm already running a business, if it's not doing that well, what do I do? All that we are going to deliberate today after this program. The next program is at 7:30, and you have not to go on any Zoom. Come straight on the YouTube channel, Dr. Gulshan Sharma, and you can see it over there. This is what is the research which I wish to share with all of you. Right from the beginning, 25th of March to 20th of October, ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Triangle is no more Delhi, Agra, Jaipur. This is now first part of the Golden Triangle is take care of your basic food, start growing your own vegetables at home, on the rooftop, at different places near your house, wherever it's possible. Secondly, take care of your health. And the third part is education, earn and learn. Do a part-time job also. Help your parents. There's no harm. So try and understand what happens in the Western society. They start working part-time right from the 14 year of age. What stops us? Indians are so hardworking, and B2B should not be anymore, at least for few years, business to business. It should be back to basics of life, sustainable development, which we have to talk about. So, whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. Let's make education relevant. I'm proud of these six little kiddies. Those are joining us this evening. Hearty welcome to all of them. We extend a very hearty welcome to Mehak, Meera, Sejal, Priyanka, Jasmine, and Jamila. They all are joining us this evening. Hearty welcome to these children. Ladies and gentlemen, great regards to Colonel K.C. Menon, who is the regional advisor for our chamber for the entire southern India, and he is the person who is in charge for getting these kiddies along from the entire universe, wherever they are. Colonel Menon is doing a great, great job. So these are the stars of today's evening. Principals, teachers, counselors, administrators, headmasters. If you want your children to be a part of this particular program, please write to Colonel K.C. Menon. His email is also here. His mobile number is also here. Reach him out. We can do a wonderful job together. Why not your children should also become the global celebrity? Why not your children should also, you know, get somewhere a chance so that they gain more confidence? Because education should not be theoretical. Education should be practical, and it should be a part of our day-to-day life. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, it's indeed a great privilege to get Madam Ruchi Mathur, the CEO, Pune City Connect. We extend her a very hearty welcome. Ruchi Mathur ji, she is the CEO of the Pune City Connect, a unique platform that enables large-scale impact through collaboration with local government, with the corporate, NGOs, and citizens. Pune City Connect works in the areas of education, sustainable livelihood, and digital empowerment. Madam Ruchi has 25 years of work experience spanning both the corporate and the non-profit sector. She has worked in varied functions such as marketing, fundraising, HR strategies, and CSR head across myriad industries including advertising, retail, IT, and non-profit sectors. A postgraduate from the IIM-Ahmedabad, she is a Business Today awardee and has been listed as one of the most powerful women in business in the category of social impact. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me, help me in welcoming Madam Ruchi Mathur this evening, who is with us and joining us. We extend her a very hearty welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Um, Before I start talking about Pune City Connect, I thought that I'll just acquaint myself a little better with the students. Since we're a small group, it'll be nice to understand, uh, your students of what and what it is that you're studying. So, can I hear from any two or three of the students? And if you can tell me, and then I'll be able to pitch the presentation accordingly.
Ma'am, we're studying, we're hotel management students.
Okay.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, we are students studying hotel management in AISSMS College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Pune.
Okay, got it. Thank you. All of you are hotel management students?
Yes, ma'am. We are from first year, second year, and third year.
Okay, got it. Okay, so have any of you worked in the development sector? By worked, I mean volunteered, maybe for any NGO or any of that kind of work by any chance? And if so, what kind of experience?
Yes, ma'am. I have worked with an NGO
Okay.
for development of personality development and with children of the underprivileged.
Okay.
So we go to schools on every Saturday and teach them spoken English and personality development.
Okay. Thank you. Good to hear that, Priyanka. Anybody else? Okay. So in any case, there's plenty of time, and this session could serve as one uh, in providing a sort of sense of the non-profit world and what various non-profits do. I'll of course be talking about Pune City Connect specifically. But when I was graduating from my MBA college at that time, the non-profit sector was so disorganized. It was very fragmented, and it took me so long to understand how to sort of get a foothold into the non-profit sector, how it is structured, what are the kinds of organizations, what are the different verticals, the horizontals, and so on and so forth. So I would have really appreciated had someone come and talked to me about it earlier. In case any of you are interested, then feel free to reach out later as well. So I'm going to share my screen, and we'll go through a presentation on Pune City Connect. So just one second. Okay, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to run fairly quickly through the slides, and then we can have discussion later. But essentially, the whole idea of Pune City Connect is that, when we look around us, there are a lot of non-profits who are doing work, they're doing great work. Even corporates, government, in some areas, there are excellent instances happening. But most of the time, this work is happening in silos. And as a result, the change that is happening is incremental in nature rather than transformational. Now, when we say social transformation, then what is it? So to my mind, social transformation has two components. One is a component of scale. So you cannot say that society is transformed if it's only, one one area or one community that is transformed. And the second component is behavior change, because transformation, supposing we do a fantastic cleanliness drive all across the city of Pune, where I'm staying. Can we say that there's city transformation that's happened? Can't really, because unless there is behavior change that has happened which enables that cleanliness to be kept up, we will keep on doing every 1 month. So that's not really transformation. So behavioral change, when it happens at scale, then really it leads to social transformation, and that's what Pune City Connect is attempting to do. So how is that happening? So the program, the behavioral change part of it is happening through the designing of the programs. So the second paragraph that you see, the first paragraph on the right hand side, innovative solutions to building agency. So all the programs that Pune City Connect runs, and all the programs are run in partnership with the government, incidentally, about which more shortly. But all of the programs really have an underlying premise of full potential. So every individual has full potential, and there's a path to self-actualization. And our attempt is to be able to unlock that. And so, in the way, so for example, there is a program that is running which is related to skilling and livelihood. And when a young person from a slum community or any other low income community, a young person meaning 18 to 30 years of age, when they come and enroll into the Lighthouse, then unlike other skilling programs where you have to make a choice and come, that okay, I want to take a tailoring course, I want to do a mobile repair course, and then you start with that program. At the Lighthouse, you first do something called the foundation course. You don't have to make any choices related to what skill you want to take, but you just do this 1 month course, which is the foundation course, which is just about discovering yourself, understanding yourself, uh, reimagining what my future could be, and basically moving from a space of a feeling of choicelessness to a space of possibilities. And only after that, the young person makes a decision that what skilling course they would like to pursue, if at all. So this is what I mean by program design being geared towards enabling agency. Agency is a parlance in the development sector, which basically means that a person has a positive self-image and has self-efficacy. So if they decide that they want to go for a particular goal, then they're able to actually go for it and achieve it. So this is the program design and the behavior change part of it. And then if you come to the second paragraph on the left hand side, then we start on the scale part. So the strategy for scale is to do our work through collective action. So no one entity can make scale happen. It's pretty difficult. And that too, scale happening with quality of program design. And therefore, our strategy is that we leverage existing resources in the city. So we have a partnership with Pune Municipal Corporation, and we have an MOU with them, through which essentially Pune Municipal Corporation provides all the locations and the capital expenditure, all the asset creation. So if I go forward on the same example of the livelihood program, then it is held in these large spaces called the lighthouses. So every lighthouse is 3,000 to 5,000 square feet, which is fairly big. There are at least 7 to 8 classrooms in each lighthouse. So this entire space, the refurbishment, the renovation, all of this is done by the government. Now, many times, you will be in groups and in places where people will say government doesn't do anything. And I would definitely want to, so sort of show you a very different government from the one we usually hear about, because we have had a fantastic experience with Pune Municipal Corporation. And this I'm talking about not, for 2 months or 1 year, but over the last 5 years, that they've continued plowing in the resources for running these programs for which we are partnering. And they don't just give their resources, They're also, their social workers talk about the programs. They're the corporators and the politicians. They create awareness in communities. If you want a job, go to the lighthouse, etc. Now, the collective action doesn't stop there. Apart from the partnership with the government, we partner with corporates. And the corporate sector, they, typically a corporate has got certain funds kept aside that they will spend under corporate social responsibility initiatives, CSR. So typically, when a corporate partners with Pune City Connect, then the CSR donation that they make is utilized by us for running the programs, which is for the operating expenses. So for example, a lighthouse costs around 70 to 80 lakhs per annum to run. So this money is procured through donations from corporates. So the capex is from government, the opex is from corporates, and this really becomes a very strong public-private partnership that's getting facilitated at the level of the city. And of course, apart from that, we also partner with non-profits to actually help to run the programs. So that's how government, corporates, NGOs, and citizens are coming together. So far, we've been running 3 programs. So one is the Lighthouses, which is a sustainable livelihood program. Second is digital empowerment, which is about internet literacy. And the third is in education. So we have impacted in the last 4 years, or you could say 5 years really, but in these last 5 years, impacted around 70,000 people directly. There are 50,000 citizens trained in digital empowerment, around 11,000 youth enrolled into the lighthouses, and then there is impact on the schools by way of teachers and students as well. And overall, our goal is that by 2030, there should be 10 lakh young people impacted. And we are, in terms of direct visibility, currently on track for growth up to 25,000 alumni, and basically approximately 2 lakh people impacted by 2025. So the reason that this kind of public-private partnership is possible is because we've got a very credible board of directors. Many of them are from very well-known people from the corporate sector. And that is why other corporates, when they're donating to PCC, they feel that, okay, even though PCC is tying up with the government and government transfers happen, things change. But these people will remain because they are, very, very well-known Punekars. And hence they feel comfortable in partnering with PCC. This is a geographical footprint. So that's a map of Pune. And there are 15 administrative wards in Pune. And the work which is going on across these 3 tracks of livelihood, digital empowerment, and education, it's already covering 14 out of the 15 wards in Pune. So now just a couple of slides on each of the programs. So the lighthouse is the one that I've already spoken of. This is a photograph of the lighthouse. This used to be a ward office, and PMC really renovated it and made it this very, very smart looking structure, which is filled with space and light, which is very important to us because when young people are in a space filled with light and joy, then they are able to come into their own. And that is one of the very important aspects to enabling agency. I've talked about this. You can read it and see the kind of corporate partners who partnered with the Lighthouse. And these are the stages of the Lighthouse program. So we do outreach in the community, and then the foundation course is the agency building course that I spoke of, after which there is career counseling. The whole idea of career counseling is that the young person chooses what course they want to do. And because we are a collective action program, we have tie-ups with more than 25 skilling partners across the city. So normally in a skilling program, you can only run 4 to 5 skilling programs because you have a batch size issue. You have to have 15 to 20 people in each batch. But because we're a collective action program, even if 2 people want to do hotel management, then we can tie up with a skilling partner who will train them in that. And we'll tell that skilling partner that we will pay for 2 seats. So in this way, young people get access to the whole skilling ecosystem of the city. And this is one of the very pioneering aspects of this model. After which we work with the skilling agency for placement of these young people in jobs. And then we continue working with them as alumni. So this is a bit about the Lighthouse program. I won't really go into details on this slide. Digital empowerment is about internet literacy. And the goal is very ambitious, which is 100% digital literacy in the city of Pune, which means that at least one person in every low-income household should be internet literate. So that amounts to approximately 2 lakh people who have to be literate. And so far, we've reached the goal of 50,000. So this is done through a 40 hours curriculum. You can actually read the slide. So there are three focus areas of the curriculum. One is around getting a digital identity. So having my own mail ID, having an identity on social media, understanding how to use social media, understanding how to interface with government, going through the Pune Municipal Corporation site, how do I access schemes and programs, etc. Digital learner is that can I do self-learning, which is about accessing Google, YouTube, Wikipedia, understanding fake news, the concept of fake news, how to compare and contrast. And digital customer is about being able to undertake online transactions. So this is how we measure the impact of the program, that people will have identity, they will save time and money, that is, they'll be smart, they become resource people for others. I'm not just paying my electricity bill online, but I'm paying it online for everyone else in my basti. They're aware of tools for change, such as government schemes and programs. They're resourceful, that is, they can look up information, and they're employable. So they're able to, so someone who stitches blouses and gets 150 rupees per piece, now she's looking up on the internet and doing the, making all the contemporary designs, and she's able to charge 350 per piece. I myself met at least 3 women who are doing this after the course, and many actually stories. Maybe if we have time later, then we'll go into the actual stories. But this is the way that we measure the impact of the program. And the last track, which is in the education sphere, we are working with 15 Marathi medium schools. And the whole idea is, again, these are the locations. The whole idea is to enable agency and academic outcomes, both of these. So typically, there are academic interventions that happen in schools. They're focused on reading, writing, or it could be mathematics, etc. We focus on some of the things which other players are not doing, and that is social emotional learning. So the research states that social emotional learning has a very distinct correlation with learning outcomes. If someone is not, what is social emotional learning? It has got 5 components. It's an internationally used term: self-awareness, self-management, decision-making, relationship building, and social responsibility. So most of the time, children, especially from low-income schools, they have no exposure to these aspects of social emotional learning, because they don't have that kind of role modeling happening in their families and in their lives. So it's very important that the school is able to impart this, but most of the public schools do not. So there's a curriculum that we've created, which is related only to social emotional learning, and 3 periods in a week are given up for this curriculum. And again, just like the foundation course in the Lighthouse, very joyful, happy curriculum. And as a result, children, they have started participating more in class. They put up their hands, they ask questions, especially the ones who used to be quiet otherwise, because this whole curriculum is focused on, apart from other things, children having a sense of self-worth and self-importance and self-esteem. And so they're able to actually, that flows into their learning and the rest of their lives as well. Another aspect of the education program is school infrastructure, which Pune Municipal Corporation is providing. Because if you remember, all the capex is by PMC. And third aspect is activity-based learning. So it is about doing learning science through experiments, learning robotics, and learning music, because the whole idea is that unleash the full potential of children and let their creativity, their sense of empowerment, that they can learn on their own. When you make something with your own hands, then it really gives you a feeling that I can do things on my own. And that's the reason for the selection of these aspects. So that's it really. I'm going to end there with the presentation. Idea was to give an overview of what all Pune City Connect does, and whatever time we have left with us, let's, we could have discussions or any questions, observations, etc.
Good evening, ma'am.
Mehek, yeah, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. If you could share any real life experiences, if it's okay with you.
For the people going through the programs, you mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, absolutely. So for example, as far as actually, I'll give you an example of last week when I'd gone to one of the lighthouses in Tingre Nagar, close to the airport in Pune. And there was this boy, and he was telling his story. And he said that, he just said that, what I learned from the lighthouse was I did the electrician course. And now I'm an electrician. I earn some money from there, and I also supplement my income by driving an auto rickshaw. And then this person asked him, okay, but and did you learn anything else? How did you find the foundation course? Then this boy said that, oh, I learned something else, meaning my entire life changed before and after the lighthouse. So he said that before I came to the lighthouse, I used to have no worries. I used to just go out. I used to hang around with my friends on the roads, and we would do this and that. And I was least bothered. I was not bothered about money. I was not bothered, obviously, about saving anything. And that's how my life was. And now, after I've come to the lighthouse, after I've completed my courses at the lighthouse, life has become a struggle. And every day is a struggle, because now I've got goals, and I've understood, and I want to earn money. I want to be able to not just earn money for myself, but I now give some of my savings to salary income to my mother every day, every month, which is the reason I'm also supplementing my work as an electrician with an auto rickshaw driver. So it's very hard work, and that's how life has become a struggle. But now I also realize that at some point I'll have a wife, and I must have something to give her and offer to her. And I would say this is the main change. And I was so moved when I heard a story, because uh, what a thing, no, that I had no worries and now I'm having struggle. And how it is such a positive change, because you only struggle when you have got hope. When you have no care in the world, it's when you don't care, no vulnerability, you're just like in despair. And obviously he would have been on the roads and in gangs, and may have been engaging in substance abuse and drinking and all of those things. And it's what you call a lafanga kind of person. And now he has become this absolutely like a good citizen, and how it is a struggle. So that's a story from the lighthouse. As we go ahead, if there are more stories, then I'll talk about the other two programs as well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam Ruchi Mathur, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't know what went wrong with the entire system. The system got locked. the system got locked. I'm so apologetic. I'm feeling so bad about it. And the moment I handed over to you, the entire thing got locked over here. I didn't know. Was the Zoom on?
Yeah, it was on. We went through our presentation and now we are on question and answers.
Yes, sir. And so also it was streaming live on YouTube.
God didn't want that I should see your presentation and your program. And I rung up the technical head just now and I told him, he says, sir, I can see the program is going on. I said, but over here the screen is off, the Zoom is off, the machine is off.
My goodness. That's really something.
The moment I announced that, ladies and gentlemen, I hand over to you, to Madam Ruchi Mathur, and that time your photograph got frozen and the internet went off and there was nothing over here. I was not knowing what exactly is happening.
And I thought that, your sentence ended a bit abruptly, but I thought, okay, I'll just take on you.
Okay, briefly, kindly tell me, ma'am, just briefly tell me, because I'm sorry, as an elder brother, I missed entire thing. Just tell me the gist, because I was so keen about it.
Not at all, not at all. Maybe one interesting way of doing it, maybe to ask the students to tell, and then I'll supplement that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So we start with the student first now, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's hear from them what they understood.
Jamila, I request you don't switch off my internet, okay? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, God bless you, child. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Sir, I should start first.
Yes, Jamila, you should start now. It is your turn, child. It is,
yes,
the world wants to listen to Jamila now. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
Priyanka Chopra once said, "The hand that rocks the cradle, the procreator, the mother of tomorrow, a woman, shapes the destiny of civilization." Such is the tragic irony of fate that a beautiful creation such as the girl child is totally one of the gravest concerns facing humanity. Our country, India, is the land where goddesses are worshipped. But what happens behind closed doors? Do we appreciate them? Do we give them the credit? And respect for their talent and sacrifices? No. They are given no recognition. Gender inequality is one of the biggest hindrances in growth of women. In many parts of India, preference of education is given to boys over girls, and girls are made to do household work only to become a good housewife. With education of a girl child, we can eliminate the gender inequality that exists even today. With equal education, we can create a future where girls and boys, men and women are at the same level. So women empowerment also means that society accepts women as decision makers, economic and financial, but also in the government, not only in the family. We cannot implement change effectively without women's political participation. It makes me sad saying this, that there are only 11% of women in decision-making position in the government. We need more of that, don't we? We need them to be our voices so that our voices do not go unheard. Meghan Markle once said, "Women need a seat at the table, but they need an invitation to be there." But there are many cases where the seat will not be available. So what? They need to create their own table. I would like to conclude by saying it is said that girls with dreams become women with vision. May we empower each other to carry out such a vision, because it isn't enough to simply talk about it. One must believe in it. And it isn't enough to simply believe in it. One must work at it. So let us work at it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamila. Thank you. to put it on a lighter side and to make you happy, let me tell you that Corona has taught so many new things. I am cleaning the floor also. I'm washing the utensils also. I've started growing my own vegetables also. Me and my wife, we are spending a lot of time together in the kitchen also. And while cooking, we are listening to music also together. So I think women rights are moving in the right direction. Okay.
Yes, sir.
God bless you, child. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, Mehak. Great evening, beta. Please come. Mehak, great evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening,
Yeah,
ma'am.
child. Yeah, child. Please go ahead.
I'm talking education and its relevance. Education is a gift, and those who have been given an opportunity to experience it should really cherish it. But these days, students and even parents relate marks to education without even thinking twice. But this is not the right way to go about it, according to me. What we learn on day-to-day basis, or even in our college or school for that matter, it should be consciously accepted as a learning curve. What we have learned or studied should not be remembered only for the sake of passing our exams with good marks or for any other materialistic reason. We should willingly and consciously live every moment of our life so that our education turns into our knowledge. Gaining knowledge and applying it whenever it's necessary and wherever it's necessary is the actual purpose of education. When we look at education in this way, only then will we be able to establish its relevance at the right place and at the right moment. The day we truly understand the purpose of education and relevance, that day we positively start growing in life, and then the journey is endless. So I would like to end my saying by saying that education is a gift and our ability to make a change all around us. And we should always try to work at it and enjoy it at the same time. Thank you.
Wow, children are so intelligent nowadays. Oh my God. Very nice, very nice. God bless you, beta. Okay, let's get Meera. Meera, good evening, beta.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead, Meera. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, it was really great to know about the Pune City Connect, and the concept of lighthouse is really worth appreciating.
Okay, you have given me the clue concept of lighthouses.
Thank you so
Okay,
much, Meera.
Okay,
Yes,
okay, go
ma'am.
ahead,
Thank
beta.
you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Firstly, I would like to thank the faculty of AISSMS to give me the opportunity to speak and express my thoughts on a topic like role of technology in education, because we all know there's a lot to talk about it. This topic is just endless. So there are countless reasons why technology is a key aspect of learning in the schools. Whether we like it or not, technology is everywhere. And in order for our students to survive in the post secondary education and this business world, students must know technology. There are few points which enhance the importance of technology in education. Students demand it, don't we? Students are engaged in technology constantly outside the classroom. But nowadays, not only secondary school students, kids, but also kids like to interact. They have to be interactive, and learning through technology has become a part of their lifestyle. It has become the easiest way they can learn. Kids know technology better than most of the adults today. Engaging with technology in the classroom has helped them learn better. We know it is a fact that audiovisual medium helps understand learn better, and the development in today's technology is promoting and progressing this medium. With technology, there are no limitations. Having access to information other than the books gives students many different ways to learn a concept. Due to the development in technology, platforms like Google, Wikipedia, YouTube have gained a boost in promoting education. We can reach any corner of the world, have information about any topic we wish to learn, and gain universal knowledge just by sitting at home. Why and how can we do this? Due to the development of technology. Few applications like Byju's and Unacademy help students to learn the subjects by using easier methods. It makes use of topics like cricket, stories, and things that students fancy and take interest in. Also, few softwares like the Kahoot, Trello, Nearpod, Prezi, ClassDojo attend and help students to attend interactive sessions. They include lessons, quizzes, polls, presentations, assignments, and questionnaires. If we go deeper into academics, digital instructional technology has the benefit of permitting access to research supported strategies that we and you as educators value within the classroom. When used appropriately, they have the benefit of promoting the increased uses of formative assessment, self-assessment, peer assessment, revision of student work, and also student-created work. The most important thing that I'm taking away from this is that technology is a large part of today's education. It is very important to be able to not only use technology, but have the ability to learn new technology. And as we all know, the sky is the limit. Thank you.
Wow, great. Thank you, beta. Thank you.
Thank you,
Priyanka.
sir.
Priyanka, great evening, child. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Priyanka. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. One's dream
Yes.
career.
Priyanka, what is your topic?
One's dream career.
Wow, one's dream career. Okay, what's your dream career?
To be a pastry chef.
To be?
A pastry chef.
Wow, that's very good. Very good. So, will you send some good pastries for Madam Ruchi ma'am and for me also?
Sure, sir.
Okay, very good. Vegetarian or non-vegetarian, eggless or with eggs?
So in India, it's eggless. So yeah, sure, eggless.
Okay, okay, please go ahead. Yeah, please go ahead.
One's dream career. It mainly focuses on the success that one wants in life. Nobody really wants to live with the failures. But the failures are the stepping stones. The essence is learning from these failures. While thinking of while thinking of the term dream career, I thought of the time when I dreamt of becoming Willy Wonka and owning a chocolate factory. But over the course of time, I was made to believe that it's not a dream. It was just a fantasy in my head. Humans are the ones who actually judge and underestimate the capability about their dreams. A man dreaming of becoming a cobbler as a professional career is not big or small, it's just in the head. Dream careers can't be built in a click. One may require years of discipline, while others may just require months. Acceptance is something that lacks in the society. Let's accept that he can make great cupcakes and make a living out of it, instead of forcing him to become and do engineering or maybe a doctorate. Let's accept the fact that he wants to become a bodybuilder and doesn't want to get married. Let's accept that gay marriages are legal. Dream careers can be built through discipline, and that crazy spirit that makes you want to achieve that goal. The want to achieve and making it successful is only in our hands, though. Thereby, following one's passion and love towards your work makes one's dream career successful. So let's all believe that your future can be better than the present you have, and that you have the power to make it so. Thank you.
Thank you, beta. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jasmine, great evening, bache. Jasmine, great evening. Yes, beta. Please go ahead.
As Dr. Gulshan very rightfully said in the beginning, it is totally in our hands to save and conserve water for the future generations. Water conservation is the only way to save water in the future to solve the problem of water scarcity. We never know the worth of water till the well is dry. This quote by Thomas Fuller explains the situation we find ourselves most of the time in. Water conservation is not seasonal and should be conserved regularly. We forget water cycle and the life cycle are one. Water is the most crucial and important source of life. 3/4 part of Earth is covered with water, but only 4% of water can be used for drinking. We should try and conserve it, especially during the pandemic which we're currently dealing with. We are asked to wash our hands thoroughly and in intervals, but this doesn't mean that for us to let the taps running all the time. We must switch from using faucets to using buckets and mugs. These small steps can have a positive effect in the future. There are people in rural areas who do not have access to clean drinking water, and in the urban areas, we are wasting it. According to the survey of National Crime Records Bureau, it has been recorded that about 16,000 farmers have lost their lives due to suicide, although 14.5% due to drought being the reason. This highlights the importance of us to practice water conservation. Water conservation is a very important subject and one that needs to have most of our attention. It is in our hands to practice and spread awareness about the importance of water conservation using social media platforms, reaching masses. As it is said, one little action can create a chain reaction. Thank you.
I think Dr. Sharma's gone, maybe got frozen again. But that was very nice, Jasmine. Thank you. Maybe he's back. Yeah. Dr. Sharma, you're on mute.
My internet connection, no, whenever the internet connection goes down, it becomes automatically mute. It's so sorry it's giving so much of trouble today. Sajal, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Sajal, please go ahead.
All right. So my topic is, what does today's youth want? So the youth that we're talking about is the Generation Z. We have
And
grown
Sajal,
up with. Yes, sir.
Sajal, you have to remember one thing. If my internet connection gives a problem, then you have to propose the vote of thanks on my behalf. Please go ahead. Okay. Go ahead. Yes.
So as I was saying, this Generation Z, we've grown up with technology. We've grown up with the internet and social media. So it sometimes causes us to be stereotyped as tech addicted or antisocial or even social justice warriors. Although I don't see what's wrong with the latter part, but let me then say, so what could we possibly want more, right? So here's what's happening. We are converting the needs of the hours into our wants, and they're not exactly baseless. So we want a chance to be actively heard and for our inputs to be valued no matter what the subject at hand. We want a good education that helps us focus on our dream careers. We want to be able to break away from traditions which are so robust in nature that it's holding us back from reaching our potentials. So we've learned from our previous generations of how it was for them to not have certain types of freedom. And so we want freedom in many things, so much so that we are then labeled as needy, snobbish, selfish, amongst other names. But most importantly, uh, just a minute.
I think we lost her signal.
No, I'm right here.
Sajal? Okay, child. Please go ahead.
Right, I just had some, yeah. So, as I was saying that because we want so much of this freedom, we're labeled as needy, snobbish, or selfish, or even irresponsible, amongst other names. But we forget, most importantly, that we, the youth, want to feel safe. And freedom will mean nothing if you can't feel safe and secure when you go out of your homes to take a stroll, to have dinner with your family, to celebrate some special occasion, to meet up with a friend, or even if it's just to go outside when it's getting dark and just take a stroll. So freedom will mean nothing then. Freedom of speech and expression means nothing if you are frowned upon for voicing legitimate thoughts, or if you're gunned down for taking an appropriate stand. And so, unfortunately, we see these posters of Black Lives Matter. So, the youth wants you to wake up and see the tragedy that is this world, to put it in a sentence. The politics that take an ugly turn, resulting in heinous, unjustifiable crimes. Yet there are some people who will make those crimes justifiable. We try our best to make them stay. We believe that we're above the law at times, but we fail to reconcile that the law was placed there for a reason so that this doesn't happen. The youth wants you to stop turning a blind eye to things that should rather get more attention. And taking that same point forward, the youth wants you to realize that mental health is a serious thing and it should be getting more attention than it already gets. It barely getting much attention, but it deserves more attention. You can't just brush off somebody because they say that they're sad or lonely, but if because of that somehow is kept untreated, it could evolve into something which is nasty, and then you could find yourself saying that we ran out of time. No one wants to get into that position. So it's funny how we say that humanity is a thing, but how we're constantly losing our touch with it. The youth of today is trying very hard not to conform to the pressure from society. So we try our best to stand out, to denote that we are different, possibly even something more. We want for everyone to be accepted, be it gender wise, be it race, ethnicity, or even social status. But for this, what we get in return is hate crime. So, I mean, it's understandable of the human nature for judging things around, but don't take it too far. Everything has a limit, so the youth wants you to realize your limits and to respect it. The youth wants to break the stigma of things being either black or right or white. You see things as black and white? No, it's gray. It could be blue, it could be red. It's like a rainbow of colors. All you need to do is you need to open your eyes. So, to conclude, what I have to say is that the youth is out to change the world. Today's youth just wants your support. Thank you.
Wonderful. God bless you, Beta. God bless you. Very rightly said, because it is youth, those are going to change the world and they need the support. So, Ruchi Mathur ma'am, please come on the main dais. We would request you. And I would request all my children, kindly switch on your cameras so that the world can see the final picture that will come on the YouTube. And Ruchi Mathur ma'am, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So ma'am, your camera is...
My camera is on.
Okay, you are there, ma'am. Okay, then you are logged in from two places, ma'am, then. I will remove the other one. There was one more, Ruchi Mathur. Okay, right. Yeah, ma'am, it is two places. Okay, so let's have little views of yours. And I pray to Almighty that I am in a position to hear something because I lost and I was so keen about it, because something I want to do in Pune immediately. There was some thought process in my mind, which I thought once I'll hear you, because your topic was something pioneering models for social transformation. And where I was Pune City Connect, when I was listening, initially when I read the title and all, I was very keen. If you can give me a little gist, I'll be grateful to you. And it may be for the benefit for many others who might have joined late or who might have not heard. And I'm so unfortunate that I missed the entire presentation. I'm feeling very bad, but I'll be able to see it on the children. Was it live going on the YouTube? Okay, if it was there on the YouTube, then I can see it later. Yeah, please, ma'am, let's have a little gist from your side to conclude this particular session.
Sure. So basically, we spoke about Pune City Connect. It's a non-profit, and what is social transformation and how it has components. It has scale and it has behavior change. And PCC is trying to make both of these happen. To make scale happen, we are facilitating collective action. So we are working along with government, corporates, other non-profits, and citizens. And as far
it's an NGO, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, it's an NGO. And the NGO name is Pune City Connect? Okay. Please go ahead, ma'am.
And the behavior change, it's happening through the way that the programs are designed. And we work in 3 areas: skilling and livelihood, digital empowerment, which is internet literacy, and education. And in all of the programs, basically enabling each person, each individual to experience deep impact. So we define deep impact as irrevocable positive shift in self-image before and after the program. That's the objective, and that's how each of the programs are defined. And we talked about the 3 programs. So the livelihood program is held through these places called the lighthouses. There are 7 lighthouses in Pune right now. And the digital empowerment program is held in digital empowerment centers. There are 18 such centers across Pune, and there are 50,000 people trained through in digital empowerment. And education, we are working with Marathi medium schools. 15 Marathi medium schools we are doing sort of deep work with. And apart from that, the other 160 odd Marathi medium schools, we are doing a large scale capacity building program with their teachers.
This is very interesting. Is it in Marathi language or is it in English language?
The
capacity building, teacher empowerment.
Yeah, so it is for the teachers, it is a mix of Marathi and Marathi, Hindi, English, all 3. It's and for the students, it's Marathi.
Okay.
Since it's Marathi medium schools.
Great.
And so that's, a summary. But I would love to hear from these young women. I am so impressed with your articulation. And we have rebels here, we have activists, we have thinkers. You have your own opinion, you're able to voice it. I really enjoyed the,
One of my child is missing. Where is she? Sajal is there. Then Jamila is there. Jasmine is there. Okay, Nair. Where is that Nair girl? Okay, one more girl. Okay. Let's go ahead, ma'am. Let's go ahead, please. Okay.
Yeah. So I would love to listen to any 2 of you on what you thought about. Did you learn anything new? Or what is it that you like the most about PCC and its work, or what stood out for you? Please tell.
Okay. Anybody who gives the best suggestion, you will share the platform next time as a speaker, like ma'am is there today, like Ruchi Mathur. So I grant you that anybody who gives me the best of inputs, best of idea, you will share the dais 1-to-1 with me, and you'll be my main celebrity next time. Instead of coming for 1 minute, you will come for 20 minutes.
My God, anybody? No. Maybe nobody.
Anybody.
Priyanka is saying, I don't think.
I don't think
that we can hear you. You are right about that. We can't hear you, but we are not able to see you either.
No, you can't hear me.
No. Dr. Sharma, Priyanka is writing that we can't hear her.
Okay, no problem. Okay, anybody, any child who would like to say something, and you conclude the session today. Anybody who would like to conclude? Yes. Come on, who will conclude the session? Okay. Meera. Okay. Lord Krishna, Meera. Yes, Meera.
So I really like the concept of the lighthouse that Ruchi ma'am told us about. Like
explain to me what exactly was that. Explain to me what exactly is that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So lighthouses are like they are like schools, but they educate the students. They conduct counseling sessions. Later, they give job placements. They offer job placements, and also the alumni work for it. Like the concept is really worth appreciating, and I would like to say that if the number of lighthouse increases, maybe the literacy rate will keep increasing, and education, as my topic was development of technology in education, maybe the concept of lighthouse might increase literacy. It will surely.
Yeah, good.
And would love to work with NGOs like this.
You're all in a Pune college only. So once COVID is done, then come and volunteer. So the
Yes,
Pune
ma'am,
City
surely.
Connect office is in Aund.
So, ma'am, was she right in explaining?
Yeah, what she said is correct.
Okay.
There are other
Okay.
aspects as well which may emerge.
So, Meera, I got to fulfill my commitment. I offer you 12:30 to 1
But you have
o'clock.
not
One
heard
of
the
these days.
others. You have
No,
not heard
sir,
the
I
other.
was just telling. No, sir, I was just telling you about the NGO, and I really like the concept.
Okay. So, Meera, what I'll do, I give you half an hour slot. Dr. Chitra will get back to you, and we will give you a special offer to come on the YouTube one-to-one, and you can talk anything about the youth empowerment and what exactly is needed for the future. And we will get the entire global youth for you together on that particular platform, because I must stand to my commitment as an elder. Okay. So,
So
Ruchi
it
Mathur,
will be a pleasure, actually.
God bless you, beta. God bless you. God bless you. Okay. So, what is this, Priyanka Nair? Ma'am, how are you conducting lighthouse session during lockdown? Okay. Would you like to reply that, ma'am?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we actually developed, we went online. We are conducting the courses online. There are many changes that happened. So the foundation course itself has moved online. It's a completely new curriculum. It's not that the previous foundation course just got transferred to Google Classroom format or whatever, but we redid the curriculum keeping in mind interactivity and joyful spaces in an online mode. And we trained our facilitators in terms of how to create safe spaces in the online mode. So one of I think Sejal, right, you talked about safety, and so in the lighthouse we always say that the lighthouse is a safe space. It's an emotionally safe space. You may be in a gang outside, you may have stolen, you may have done whatever, but in the lighthouse you are treated the same as anyone else. You're treated with dignity and respect, and there's a consistent experience a person has. So anyway, so we figured out how to create such safe spaces online in the conduction of the foundation course. The counseling we are doing through discussions over call. We started one course specifically because of the lockdown, which is a course in spoken English, because we found that majority of the jobs are right now post COVID in the areas of logistics, customer care, sales, healthcare, and manufacturing. So the first three, they basically require an understanding of computers, good English, and a sense of professionalism. So the foundation course, the digital empowerment course, and a good course in spoken English can actually be adequate for a person to get placed in these three sectors. So therefore, we invested in spoken English. We found a very good partner for online English programs, and that's what we are conducting. Vocational skilling, like tailoring or automotive repair, gym instructor, they are very difficult to move online because you need to have some equipment, you need to have practical sessions. So there are only 4 or 5 that we shortlisted which can be held effectively on an online mode, and we are holding those. And placements we are doing over call and coordination, helping them go for interviews. And so we are doing our placements even now. Around 200 young people got placed last month, and this month also should be similar.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Great to hear, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. I would certainly watch YouTube later on. I think it's a God's wish, whatsoever happens. I do not know what exactly happened technically. Everything went off from our side, and we have been struggling. And you will be so surprised to know that this entire program remaining when I have got back, it has not been conducted on the main internet connection. It has been done only from the 4G from my mobile phone, which we have done for all of us. So Meera took initiative to share the vision, and you mentioned about Sejal. So you quoted Sejal. So what I'll do, Meera Samant and Sejal Javir, Together they will come. Dr. Chitra will get back to both of them. I would request Colonel Manan also, and we will slot them and we will get them on a program, and they will be the icon for the youth. We will get both of them together. One of these days we will work out. Now, Pune is a beautiful city, ma'am, where you are. It has got a beautiful climate. It has got beautiful people. And particularly because I come from the armed forces. So when I see Pune, there's a lot of discipline and lot of good people, and education, I think, takes a front seat. And education, quality education, need-based education is quite a bit over there. And I do not remember the full name, but about 10,000 students together were there. And with the Dicky, I addressed and motivated young boys and girls from 46 countries. One of the university, its full name I don't remember. It's after some lady's name, Phule something. Savitribai Phule. Savitribai Phule.
Savitribai Phule, Pune University.
Yes, so that university I had gone there, and they had the different countries people over there. It was a wonderful visit, and that is the time we addressed them, because motivational talk was there, which was arranged for them. What is the purpose of life? So, ladies and gentlemen, it was wonderful to have Ruchi Mathur ma'am this evening with us. And I'm grateful to Tata Consultancy Services particularly, because they arranged 8 modules for all of us together. I'm thankful to Colonel Manan, who had been very kind to get 6 children every evening. My children, my grandchildren, they come over here and they speak so well. Proud to see these children doing so well, and they will do extremely, extremely well. God is always there. Remove all inhibitions. Remove all fears. World is moving ahead. During the coronavirus, I'm washing utensils also. I'm washing clothes also. I'm cleaning the house also. And I'm having the organic farming on my rooftop also. It all depends on when you enjoy whatever you are doing. And in world, everything will not happen the way you want it, but the way it happens, start enjoying it. There is no problem. Either the God should give you your passion as your profession. If the God doesn't give your passion as your profession, whatever is your profession, make that as your passion. That should be the analogy and chronology of the life, and you will enjoy it so much. With these words, our deepest regards and gratitudes to Ruchi Mathur ma'am, and great thanks to all the children those joined this evening. And God bless all of you. And Meera Samant and Sejal Javed, be ready with Dr. Chitra soon to come back on this particular program. And I got to come back at 7:30 p.m. again. Today there is a very important program. Don't forget, it is on the startups. It is on the stand-ups, how to start your own business, how basically is happening from the Ministry of Micro, Small and the Medium Enterprise. What is the Entrepreneurship School of India? What initiatives have been taken by the Government of India? What is Atmanirbhar Bharat? And what exactly is the future? And with that,